Good morning, Panthers. We are another week closer to spring break. Hooray! Did you realize that we only have 4.5 weeks or 22.5 days before spring break? Well, this week looks like we're going to get lots of rain. Today, though, will be sunny and 47 degrees. The rain will be in tomorrow. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. It's time for the first Aerosmith Fact of the Day for this week. Today, Ms. Claxton sent us some info about that other winter weather. Snow gets all the news. But what about the other winter precipitation? Ever wonder where sleet and freezing rain come from and why it doesn't all just snow? Watch this video to learn a little about the dreaded wintry mix that often happens in our area.
Winter brings a variety of precipitation types, and two of the most often mistaken ones are sleet and freezing rain. Sleet, which is sometimes called ice pellets, or as I like to call them, frozen raindrops, are formed as rain freezes as it falls through cold air. Sleet is clear and will bounce when it hits the windshield of your car. Now, some folks mistakenly call this hail, but that is wrong, as hail is associated with thunderstorms and very rare in the winter. Freezing rain is one of winter's most destructive elements and forms as plain rain falls onto a road or surface that's temperature is already below freezing. That layer of ice is called glaze, and sometimes when it forms on the roadways, you'll hear it referred to as black ice. Most damage begins when the glaze reaches a thickness of 1/2 inch. Its weight can then bring down trees and power lines, causing destruction over a wide area in a very short period of time.
Now let's go to Muhammad for some Parkland news.
Thank you, Guy. Silver Air Patrol will meet this Wednesday after school. If you have any questions or are interested in joining, see Mr. Yi in room 2025. Super Sayu is going strong. They will meet on Thursday after school in room 2028 with Dr. Cohen. Don't forget your flash drive. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has a new schedule. They will meet on the first and third Wednesday of each month. The FCA meeting is on Wednesday, March 2nd. The final day of the babysitting class will be March 22nd. See Mr. Parker if you have any questions. Do you want to see your selfie in the yearbook? Send your best selfies or group photos to parklandselfies@gmail.com by February 26th. We'll choose what we think are the best photos for the yearbook selfie page. Finally, this message is for the cast of Shrek. Meet Mr. Bergman on stage after school this afternoon. You will begin promptly at 3:10. Don't be late. Panthers, this week is an important week, and here's Samantha to tell us about it.
Thank you, Mohammed. Panthers, this week is National Engineers Week. National Engineers Week it's always the week in February which encompasses George Washington's actual birthday, February 22nd. The purpose of National Engineers Week is to call attention to the contributions to society that engineers make. It is also a time for engineers to emphasize the importance of learning math, science, and technical skills. The celebration was started in 1951 by the National Society of Professional Engineers in conjunction with President George Washington's birthday. President Washington is considered as the nation's first engineer, notably for his survey work. We will focus on different aspects of engineering throughout the week. Check out this video about engineers.
What career is at the center of everything auto in the automotive industry? You guessed it, engineering. The role of an engineer is on display almost everywhere you look, and not just in automotives. There are many types of engineers. There are aerospace engineers, chemical, civil, computer, and electrical engineers, just to name a few. Engineers design, develop, and test components, equipment, and machinery. They research and develop solutions to problems using science and math. An automotive engineer applies their knowledge to design or improve cars, including the engines, controls, or safety features. For example, these days, cars need to be more energy efficient. It's the job of an engineer to figure out, through research and testing, how to make a car get better gas mileage. Product engineers are almost always involved in the manufacturing process. They design, build, and test new products or improve upon existing ones. Their major duty is to make sure that products work properly. Mechanical engineers research, design, build, and maintain mechanical devices and tools. They help to design products and the machines and factories that make the products. Civil engineers focus on planning and designing the elements of cities and neighborhoods such as streets and roads, buildings, transportation, water supply systems, and even bridges. They make sure that structures and systems meet safety standards and will hold up for years to come. There are many more specialties in the field of engineering, from electrical engineers to health and safety engineers to computer software engineers. We've only scratched the surface of all the possibilities. But one thing's for sure, a bachelor's degree in engineering is needed for almost all entry-level engineering jobs. If you're interested in pursuing a career in engineering, you should have a solid background in math, including trigonometry and calculus, as well as science, including biology, chemistry, and physics. Doing well in English, social studies, and computers is also important. Engineers should be creative, curious, and detail-oriented, and they should be able to work as part of a team. Pay for engineers varies widely depending on your specialty, but on average, entry-level pay for the types of engineers we talked about ranges from about $50,000 to $85,000 a year.
Thanks, Samantha. Comedian Henny Youngman had this advice for all of us. If you don't succeed, so much for skydiving. Have a great Monday, and we will see you in the morning. Bye. It doesn't ring.